Well, hello, me. God, the camera on this Mac is pretty good for a camera on a computer. Why is it inverted? What's going on? Why did I expect to hear my own voice as well? Do I need these earphones? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Test. Hello. Me. This is me. How am I doing? Oh, good, thanks. Nice one. Yeah. What else happens in here? What's that? Share screen. Manage. You're crazy. Can you hear me all right? Shoot. I've got my headphones in and I don't think I need them because I'm not listening to anything. Okay. So I presume the mic is, you're hearing the mic from here. Is that really loud? I'm guessing it is. I don't need them in, I don't think. I'm not listening to anything. Let's take them out. Let's risk it. It's fine. Let's take them out and see if that uses the computer's mic. I'm on my laptop on my sofa, obviously. So I'm in a tight, it bounces up and down a bit. But I thought I was going to go upstairs. It's the same. All right. So it's obviously using the same microphone. So I was going to go upstairs and set it up on my PC and make it a little bit better with the big camera. But I thought it's just easier to flip it open, talk to myself with it on my knee. But there's a bit. It's not the best quality, is it? It's a bit faded, and the left and right isn't right, or is it? Left. No, it is right. It is right. I suppose it's not mirrored. So it's just you, Sue. Well done. So my the people that have turned up is just you. But I did say 1 o'clock. Is it 1 o'clock yet? No, not quite. So yeah, what do you know? What you been up to? Where are you? Are you out and about? Are you at home? In your van? Are you in the gym doing a workout? Probably not, because you wouldn't be watching this, would you? What does that mean anyway? I don't. This is all. What's a little just lit the fire. Nice. I'm under a little blanket. I don't know why. I'm not cold. I just thought I just wanted to get comfy. Just wanted to get all comfied up. I wish I had a drink though. I can't bother moving. That's another thing actually. If I need to move from room to room for whatever reason, I just take the computer with me. And I've put the TV on in the background in case I need a backlight. I've got the curtains shut and all the lights on, the red lights either side of the settee. But the lighting's okay. It's just the camera's not brilliant. I need to learn how to hook up another camera so that I can get better quality. Because just as it is, it's not the best. Old man. Yeah, I am an old man. I'm a proper old man. I've got this little microphone that I haven't even opened yet. I want to play with it. Can't believe I haven't got around to it. God, my eyes are bad. Talk about being an old man. I'm doing that thing that, when you're reading, you've got to put things far away to read them. Love your hat. Yeah, I got this. I've had this for ages. Got it off my mate Jamie. Got it for me, I think, for Christmas years ago. I need a beef stew one. But this one, it's God. Looking at, I just adjust it without looking at the camera. That'll make more sense. That's better. Yeah, I got it from mate Jamie yonks ago. He asked me, he's like, "What's your YouTube or your Instagram name?" And I was like, "Stu Vlog, what?" And he got me this hat. But yeah, I spent most of the month. Well, been out for breakfast anyway. And oh, hello, Carl. How you doing? 200% audience increase. Sue and Carl. I knew you'd be here, mate. Hello. For some reason, and this is like me being an idiot. For some reason, I was thinking it's like a Teams call. I have Teams calls all the time at work, and I just thought I'd be talking to people, but obviously I'm not. Well, I am, you're typing. But I just in my head, it was like we'd all be on the screen and we'd all be talking together. But that's not how it works. I used to do Google Hangouts, which is like a Teams call back in the day when I was like, there was a lot of vloggers that I used to hang about with in probably about 2010, 2009, 10. And we all used to make vlogs and stuff like I do. But then we'd all, yeah, it's just you. But Sue's got a dog as well. So there's technically three of you. Not that it's a numbers game, but yeah, we all used to do Google Hangouts. So we'd do our own vlogs and then we'd put the hangout on and we'd all join it and we'd all talk and stuff. But I don't think I can. This is just me. Like this is it. This is as good as it gets. I think I add one person. Okay. I need to look into it because I briefly did one the other day when I was just testing it. I have to use Chrome as a browser as well on the Mac because it was like, no, you can't use Safari for some reason because of Google's monopoly. But there doesn't seem to be a great deal of options. I've got right, so you don't have access to this feature. Okay, I don't even know what that is. It's a camera. There's a calendar. I guess that's for scheduling them. Then there's you don't have access to this feature. Wow, there's a lot of things I don't have access to. What else? Top fans. I don't know what that means. Click that. What does it do? Oh, it's just you two because there's only you two there. Top fans. Carl and Susan Rich. Carl Harvey and Susan Rich. I think you might be able to add one person. Wouldn't you think that would be obvious? Do you know what you're doing, mate? No, I absolutely don't. I am not prepared for this. I only just saw the time because Sarah went home about an hour ago, and I thought, oh yeah, I'm going on making a video out of it. I'm just gonna pop on, and I expected it to be a Teams call where we'd just be like chatting. So no, I don't know what I'm doing. I absolutely don't. I have my earphones in as well because I'm thinking I'm going to hear people, but I don't hear. All I've got to do is hear myself in my own head, which is the worst way to hear myself. So, but I tell you what though, side note, best tech purchase of the year, these little headphones, the Apple, what are they? AirPods Pro 2. And I bought them on a whim. They're not cheap, but I absolutely love them. I'll ask questions. Are you ready? Go on then, Carl. Hit me with some questions. I've got to say some stuff. Got to make it interesting. I'm ready. Get typing. I presume you're on your phone. I don't know. Right. Yeah, I'm ready. I am ready. Should I be nervous? What sort of questions are these going to be? I am ready. It doesn't do the little dots. You know when someone's typing on Teams, it goes. And you see the little dots. I just don't know. The text just appears out of nowhere. But I am here under my little blankie on my reclined sofa with my Stew vlog hat on. I'm absolutely roasting. Stew. My venture is out at 4 p.m. Oh, your next vlog is out at 4. Is that what you mean? Yeah, Sunday. I think you put them out on Sunday, don't you? I shall watch it. I should share it on here. I think start again. I think I can share my screen, so I might be able to put videos on. I should be more prepared for this, but I'm pretty sure I saw a button earlier that lets me share my screen. Oh, what do you think of the iPhone Pro Max, the new one? I think I'm going to get it. I think it's a belter. At the minute, I'm on the 14 Pro Max. Is it 14? Yeah, it's 14. And one of the first world problems, I know, totally. One of the things that annoys me about it is it's still got the lightning port. Oh, look at that grub on there. That's awful. It's got the lightning port. So I'll get USB-C. Now, you could argue that I'll get USB-C on any iPhone, but I do like the bigger size. I think it's ever so slightly bigger as well. But 14, what I'm on 17 now, 17, 16, 15, 14. Yes, it's about 4 years old, something like that. And the battery on this, the battery percentage, where is that? Let's see if I can find it. General, is it? Oh no, it's in the battery. It's under battery, Stuart. It's under battery. Where's the health? Health. Battery health. Stuart, what do you do? What are you doing? What are you doing? Health and charging. There we go. So it's 85%. 85% maximum capacity, which feels a bit naff. It's not a bad phone though, and it's in good condition. The camera's okay on it, but I am going to upgrade it. The next question is, I looked at it and it looked cheap. You like the Air? I like the Air as well, but I couldn't handle the battery on the Air. The thin Air one would do me head in with the battery because I already feel like this one doesn't get me through a full day. So I do think I want the chunky one, but I don't think I've seen it live in person yet. And the next question is, there's a silver one, an orange one, and a blue one, and everyone's like, "Oh, the bright orange." I'm just like, "Will that get a bit annoying?" I don't know. Just feels like the color that it should get. Right, you're saying other stuff here. What am I saying? Right. Looked at it and thought it looked cheap. You like the yeah, I was just saying that. That's the problem. Yeah, the battery. You think orange is the best one or not? Because I was thinking silver, because I know it's like boring, but I absolutely love the silver MacBooks. I've got the midnight. You're currently on the 16. Can you see it? No, I don't want to do that because it'll shut off. This is the 16 M4 MacBook Pro, and it's in the midnight color. Really wish I'd got the silver one. I think the silver MacBooks look better than any of the others, and I don't know why I went for this dark color. It's nice, it looks nice, but I just think the silver one looks a million times better. But I guess I'd have to look at the iPhones in person. The orange one does look pretty wild, but they're saying they scratch easy, they scuff easy. There's now reports that the orange one turns pink, and I've seen people have it for a week and it's got all scuffed and scratched up. So I don't know. Silver one does look nice in person, does it? Okay. Yeah, I think it's just a neutral color. I think the orange one sort of all it does for me is like tells people you've got the latest one. The blue one is basically black, from what I can tell, the dark blue, and the silver one is just nice and neutral. And I suppose you could skin them, and they go in a case most of the time. I usually rock mine out of the case. I've only recently put it back in one, but I tend to use it outside of a case more often than not. It looks yes, it is in person. The silver one does look nice. Yeah, see, I don't know if you can see, but it doesn't really have any. It's dirty, as in like disgustingly minging, but it's not really got any dings on it. And I don't know if you can see the screen there. I never will have a screen protector on, and there's not a mark on it. Not a mark. I don't treat it with kid gloves either. It's really, it's spotless. And I've put it back in the case recently, but generally it's out of the case because I think they look better when they're not in a case. But the 16's the titanium, isn't it? But the new one's Ali, and it's proper soft and squidgy. Don't like the blue. I have the orange one because it does scream. I'd have the orange one because it does scream. I've got the new iPhone. Yeah, I think that's what it's all about, isn't it? I just wish they'd do more colours. Why just 3? And I think a black one. The standard iPhone 17, they've got a white one which looks really clean. To be honest, this is the first year I've been a little bit tempted, little bit tempted to get the standard one because it's got the high refresh rate screen. It's got that new front camera. The front camera is the most exciting thing about it because I don't know if you know, but if you hold it upright, there's a square sensor, isn't there? So you can have like a portrait video without turning your phone sideways. And I actually think I would use that. I think I would record directly to it. But this little camera here is the best camera I've ever bought. It's so bloody good. I really do like it, and I could probably hook it up to the Mac and use it. And I don't know if you know, but recently I got the this Sony. No, not Sony. Is it Sony? I forgot. No, it's Canon. It's a Canon R50V, which is a cinema camera, which it doesn't have the eyepiece in the top, and it was quite cheap. But this is the one I do the sofa chats with normally, and it's got the articulating screen, and it was about 750 quid, but I know it's cheap, but it's good. I think it's really good, and it's got interchangeable lenses and stuff. So I do actually find myself using that a lot when I'm at home. But I'm currently using the crappy webcam on my MacBook. What else we got on here? And the normal one is meant to be the best one to get. Yeah, it is. People are saying it's better. You've got better battery and more cameras than the Air. Obviously, it's thicker, so it's got a better battery, and it's about, I think it's about 700 quid, 800 quid, whereas the Pro Max is probably about 1,200 quid. I think I paid 1,200 for mine, but I've had my money's worth out of it, and I don't get a new one every year because it's just a bit. I used to, but you don't notice the difference. I think if you get one every single year, you get ever so slight incremental upgrades. But I went from the 11 to the 14, and I'm going to do 14 to 17, I think, and start doing a bit more videoing with it because it's always with me, of course. But then, so that little camera, that little Action 5 is always with me as well. So I do love that camera, that little Action 5. It's a belter. There's rumor of him bringing out a 6 as well, which I absolutely, categorically don't need. I've got this problem where I just like getting new gear, but I'm at the minute, I'm saturated with computers and iPads. I've got 2 iPads, 2 MacBooks, and a gaming PC, which I never use. I'm thinking of getting rid of the gaming PC because I just don't use it. I just don't use it. I get every so often I switch it on, I boot up Steam and I think, right, what do I want to play on it? I don't. I actually think I'm done with gaming. I had a PlayStation 5, gave it to my niece, I wasn't using it. I've got a Nintendo Switch, never use it. Um, the gaming PC is super powerful. It's got a blazing brilliant graphics card in it. Never use it. So I'm thinking, get rid of the gaming PC, get a Mac Mini up there for some more edits. I don't need to do that. I edit on this. This is perfectly capable. I don't know why I like getting computers. I've got them coming out of my ears. But I got the MacBook Air from 2020, which is solid. I used to do all my editing on it until I got this. I got this last Christmas, I think, my Christmas bonus. Um, I got the iPad Mini, which I never use. I think that was on reflection, not the best thing I've ever bought. I was just like, oh, everyone says it's the best iPad. I just find it clunky and it's not big enough to be useful. I find myself reaching for my phone instead of it. Not the best investment. I've got the M1 iPad Pro, which I use for FaceTiming. I speak to Sarah on it a lot. I use that quite a lot. But I just feel like I want to get rid of them all and downsize. It's weird because the more different computers I have, the more stressed out I get about I don't know what to use. I don't know what's for what. I should just get rid of all of them and keep this Pro for all my editing. The only problem with this is it's a big unit. You take it with you. If I go out and about to a cafe with it, it's massive. It weighs a ton and it's huge and it was about 3 grand. So I thought, I think, and if I go in a cafe and spill coffee on it and blow it up, I will not be happy. So yeah, not the best. Not the best for being portable, but it's basically a mobile desktop. Uh, I do have a tech problem. Yes, I do. I really do. I always think that the next thing that I buy is going to help me do the next big thing or make videos better, but I've got enough. I've got 2 really good cameras, a really good editing computer, and yet I still keep blowing money. And I mean, they're not cheap, but I'm just like, "Ooh, I'll get another laptop, and that'll be great." So I'm a bit of an idiot with that. I totally agree with that. The iPad. I get stressed because I don't use it. Yeah, I iPads have always been a problem for me because I love the idea of them. I think, "Oh, it looks so good, and you can sit on the couch," and I get them, and I don't know what to do with them. I just I just can't use them. I've got the pencil, the pen, and I just think, "Oh, I'll write." I think, no, I never write on it. I never draw on it. So the pencil was a waste of money. I ended up buying a keyboard case for it, so it's effectively now a MacBook. So I end up journaling on. I do a lot of journaling with the journal app, and I write down video ideas and stuff in my notes. So I use Notes, Journal on the iPad, YouTube, and that's it. And it's a glorified. It's a basically glorified YouTube TV that cost, I don't know. I mean, the keyboard was like 350 quid. And if you're going to buy another computer, a MacBook Air is the absolute best thing to buy because they're dirt cheap. They're really powerful. They're really clean. But the iPad, God, you're talking a grand at least. Then you've got to buy the keyboard or a starter case. It's way much more money than an iPad Air, and it's limited as well. You're really restricted as to what you can do on it. So I don't think they're the wisest thing to buy. But this, I don't know if you saw before, I've got the DJI Mac Mini. I haven't even opened it yet because it's a little bit smaller than the other one that I've got, which is here, which is not. I said this in the car in the video that I made the other day. That's not exactly obtrusive and massive and unusable, is it? It's not exactly huge. This one is supposed to be, well, it's way smaller. Is that a good thing? I just think, I don't know if, again, I said this on the video the other day. I like having a dedicated device. If I'm going to record a video, I always find if I use my phone, like I'll get a call or a text or whatever, and it's a phone primarily. So I just think I want to use a camera, but the audio on the camera is okay. But when you use one of these mics, it's 10 times better. But I just the beauty of that little action bike, grab it, go out, you can dock it on the car, dock it on the bike. You can just, it's inobtrusive. It doesn't look like you're carrying a camera. But then you play it back and you think, it doesn't sound as good as it would with a mic. But then when you got a camera and a mic, it's like, oh, I've got 2 things now. That's too much. I've only got 2 hands. the full. I understand what I mean. Nobody else will, because first world problems. You know, I'll open this and I'll find a problem with it. I'll be like, it's too small or something. I'll end up not using both mics. But I must admit, when I'm recording, doing a voiceover or whatever, I use this. In fact, my last video where I bought the wrong bike seat post, for God's sake, I did every bit of audio with this, and I can hear the difference. It's amazingly better. Open it live now. Yeah, that was the idea. Luke, Robert Fox, Scazazius. There will always be something that gets in the way. Absolutely, they will, mate. And I don't know if I know Luke makes videos quite a lot as well. And for me, it's always like, if I just get that one, if I get that tripod, that brilliant tripod, or that extra camera, or just that lens, then I'll make videos all the time. I buy the tripod or the camera or the lens, and then I just think, but I want something else. I buy the computer, and 99% of my computer time is spent on my computer looking for the next computer. Like with an iPad, I'll buy an iPad and I'll go onto YouTube and I'll look at the next iPad and be like, well, if I had that one, it'd be a game changer. Everything would be so much better. It'll open the door to the thing I want to do it to, or will it be more accessible? Yeah, it's a tricky one. I don't know if you're like me though, Luke, because I've got to the point now. I've got that many computers. I've got that many Macs, that many PC, and it's stressful that I've got so many. It's like when you open Netflix and you're like, I just want to watch something, and I spend all evening scrolling, and I'm just like, nope, 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 nope. Right, comedy, nope, nope, no action film, no. And it gets to sort of 10 p.m. I was like, I haven't got time to watch a film now, and I don't. It's like that with a computer. If I just had this MacBook Pro, I wouldn't get analysis paralysis. I'd just be like, you can edit on this machine and that's it. That's all you've got. And I deliberately don't do anything else on this computer because it was such an extortionate expense. I just think it's a workhorse. It's meant for editing video. That's it. So I don't have any other apps installed on it. It's just got Final Cut. Unboxing live, look. A MacBook Air, it's terrible for streaming. So I'm now looking at M5 Pro. The M5 Pro looks wicked. This is an M4 Pro, so I can't justify upgrading it because it cost me quite a lot, this computer, but it shows no sign of slowing down. But if I was in the market, I would definitely get it. I would have thought the Air, the M4 Air at least, would be good at streaming. No, I didn't realize it was such a taxing thing. What else we got? I'm sat in a room with 7 computers. To be honest, I do actually think you're worse than me, because you have like Raspberry Pis, you have machines running machines. I've always thought that about you. You're so techie, and you've always got something extra doing something. So I've just opened the box of the Mic Mini. Another thing, this again gear, because I've got the R50V. I don't know if you saw that before. This is the one that I've been filming the Sofa Chats with. It's got a microphone built in, obviously, but I want to use the DJI mic with it. Now, I've only ever bought the transmitter, so I've got the Mic 2 transmitter. Now I've bought the Mini transmitter, but you can't connect them directly to this. You need the receiver. So you've got to get a receiver, dock it on the top, wire it in, so that then the mic can be on you and the whole soundtrack goes on. Because one of the things that takes me the longest, I record a separate soundtrack. This mic records the soundtrack locally to it. So I film with either the Action 5 or this, and then I sync the audio and remove the original track. I want to be able to record just like I can with the Action 5. The transmitter pairs straight to it, and the soundtrack is already good. You've got the Air M2. Looking for the Pro now, yeah. I want it all, and I want it now. Yeah, it's amazing until it gets hot. Then it's not. Yeah, I suppose there's no fans in the Air, is there? Because I was thinking of getting an M4 Air because they're reasonably priced. But this is let's have a look. Get here. This is the 2020 M1 Air in space grey, I think it is. And this is such a first world problem. The thing that annoys me about it is the bezels. I can't see past them, and it's such a good computer. I even got the unbinned chip. I got 16 gig of RAM, which I think they get as standard now anyway. And I got a 512 SSD in it. So I probably paid, I don't know, 1,200-ish for this at the time. But it is a absolutely excellent computer. Until I got this Pro, I used to do all my editing on this. I used to do 1080p on my videos for years, and then I went to 4K about, was it last year? Not that long ago, but it handles it. It really does handle it well, and it's fine. It's just I should just use it and keep it, and when I go to cafes and stuff, take that instead. But for some reason, I'm like, it's got ugly bezels. Stupid reason, absolutely. And then there's Sue editing on a tablet. Sue, I don't know how you do it. I've said this a few times. You've got an Android, like a Samsung tablet, and also I don't know if you've watched Sue's hiking or she does van life videos and hiking. Like you did the coast to coast walk, didn't you? She edits it all on a tablet. It blows my mind because I mean I've got iPads. I'm not in arm's reach, and I just find I feel so restricted on a tablet. I like to be able to drag and drop and swipe between desktops and all that. I can't feel like I can do it unless the Samsung tablet is really, really different. But I don't know how you do it. If I were you, I'd be like, get a computer. You'd be able to knock a lot more of them out. It's pretty hard to do, I would have said. It's decent for editing, yeah, but anything that needs real-time rendering is when it heats up. Yeah, I suppose. Right now, it's a little bit warm actually, a little bit warm, but there's no fans firing up or anything. But what is the spec of this? About this Mac. So it's 24 gig of RAM. It's an M4 Pro, and it's got, is it 512 SSD in it? Something like that. It's good. I mean, it's never. What are you doing? Come back. It's never given me any grief at all. So it shouldn't either. But it's like that thing. If you wait for the M5, you've got to. I found this a while ago. Like you'd hold back and hold back. God, that is small. Look at the size of that. Where's the other mic? That's ridiculous. That's the mic I always use, and that's the new one. That's insane. But yeah, there's that. You've got to jump on the roundabout at some point, and as soon as you buy something, there's always going to be something newer, isn't there, around the corner? At least with the iPhones, you know they come out in September, and I don't buy one of them every year. I've fallen out of that habit, thankfully, because that was costing me a fortune. Yeah, I don't know how Sue does it. I really don't. Apple does that annoying thing where they'll actually set a machine bake itself until it turns the fans on because fans don't sound cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It is small, yeah. I would Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I hear that a lot as well. Yeah. How would you do anything with something that small? It's the quality, not the quantity, size. I don't know. Um, God, I am gonna lose that. See, the thing is as well, this one records locally. Well, that's why it's quite a lot bigger, and it has the Float 32. So if you talk really loud, it doesn't peak. It's really clever, that mic. Whereas this one, the whole point of this, the idea of this is I take it with me whenever I take the Action 5 out, just clip it on my cap or my hat or whatever. But it's really small. But it's that small, it needs a proprietary dock. And there's one thing we hate, it's a proprietary dock, because that means you've got another bloody cable, something else to bloody look after. And if you lose that, there's no way you can charge your microphone. I hate proprietary docks. They do my head in. But it's got, it magnets into it quite nicely. Oh, that's quite nice though. I imagine that better be USB-C. Yes, it is got a USB-C socket on the back there. So it actually, I tell you what, DJI stuff, absolutely brilliant. I had a GoPro, I think 6 was the last action camera I had. Hated it. It was garbage. You used to switch itself off, overheat, sack of shit it was. But oh, good. Magnet on the back of that just snapped straight onto the Mac. But their stuff, DJI stuff. I used to have the drone. I had the Mavic Pro, and that's what got me onto how good they are. But this is neat. And again, I think it was 30 quid, but it's just a transmitter. So if you don't have the Action 5 Pro or the Osmo, with the adjustable gimbal, it connects directly to those. But anything else, it needs the receiver. So you need to spend a little bit more money. And it's come with the little muffs as well. Put a little muff on it, see what it looks like. It is tiny. It's I knew it was small. That's what she said, but I didn't expect it to be just that small. So I'm probably going to lose that. These are the. Why has it got? It's got 2 muffs, I think. So there's a black one. And there's a... Why has it got two? That's bizarre. Is it just a spare? Or is it different? Oop. They look the same size and stuff. Why is that so difficult? I'm going to put the grey one on it because then it looks the same as my other one. I always have the wind muff thing on the other one and probably don't need it because the noise cancelling on it is good anyway. Tell you what, my eyes are absolutely garbage. There we go. So it looks a little bit bigger now. It's ridiculous. Like my finger, why like covers it? It's tiny. I really like it though. I really like. Again, really good quality stuff. Thinking of getting another drone again, obviously, because once I get a drone, my videos are brilliant. I think drones are a little bit. When I had my drone at the time, when they sort of first come out, the smaller ones. At the time, a Mavic was a small drone. It's not now because it's anything above under 250 grams, isn't it now? But at the time, every vlog you watch was just cinematic music with drone footage, and it got really tedious for me really quickly. And I thought I don't want to jump on that bandwagon, so I got rid of it because I just felt like it was just done to death. It's eased off a little bit now, and there's one called a Neo, which is quite cheap, and they've just brought out a Neo 2, and that sounds and looks quite good. So I might get that one. Oh, what am I missing here? Laptop for route planning as well. It's just a matter of buying one. Yeah, the camera's absolutely wank unless you give it perfect conditions. Yeah, I've not actually used the 16, but the 17 is supposed to have wicked cameras. But again, I like a dedicated camera rather than a phone. I just like the idea you can have the iPhone vertical, and your front, you got the square sensor, so you can get the horizontal video. I think I would use that a little bit. The only whatever I have more than computers, bags for all the miscellaneous stuff I need to carry. Yeah, I can imagine. When the Phantom 2 was a thing, yeah, I remember that. That was a monster. It needed to gaff a GoPro to the bottom. Yeah, it didn't even have a camera, did it? Yeah, they just used GoPros to the bottom of them. They were massive, absolutely massive. I remember seeing one at the Crookaloon, and it was going under the bridge above the river, and it sounded like a proper Chinook helicopter with them 4 props on it. Massive thing. And when I got the Mavic Pro, that was a small drone. It folded up. I remember thinking, oh, it's tiny. But by today's standard, I think there's the 4. Is it the Air 5 Pro or something, which is the fold out one. And I think now you've got to register them with the Civil Aviation Authority. Otherwise, police can just take. You don't need to, if it's under 250 grams, you don't need to go on a course, but you need to register them, because if you go out and about with them, the copper, and my boss Craig says you have to have a sticker on them, because if it's not registered, they will just take it and you've lost it, which is a bit extreme. It seems to. I mean, I get it, because there's you've got a flying camera. Not only can you fly it into somebody, but you can spy with it and all sorts. So I get the need for registration. But yeah, that little microphone is sweet. I can't wait to get it used. Can't stand modern vlogs that overproduce. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I totally get that. It's not supposed to be a film. It's supposed to be just like face to screen, hand camera. I mean, I try not to really edit mine. I just obviously change from cut to, like, I'll be out on the bike, or I'll be in the car, or I'll be at home. But I very rarely chop anything out of them. I just kind of let them go in real time, or as real as I can. I sometimes I watched my last one back and I repeated myself so much because I recorded it over like 5 or 6 days. I said exactly this about buying the wrong seat post. I mentioned it, and I was like, "Yeah, I can put the seat post on Sarah's bike." And I said it in the morning at work. I said it in the evening, and I just, as I'm playing it back, I'm like, "Chop that out, chop that out." So I do a little bit of editing, but yeah, no, I don't like the overly polished stuff. I think the whole point of it is to be real time and just face to screen, brain dump, thoughts, done. That's the way to do it. Yeah, no need to register them back in the day. And if your film makes money, you need a license. Yeah, that's yeah, exactly. I've heard that, but I mean, mine's never going to make any money. Oh, I've just got a message from Siri. She just got back, so it's an hour and a half trip to get back to the Wirral from here, from sunny Morecambe. It is actually really sunny today. I thought it was going to be chucking it down with rain. So what's it saying? Looks like next week. Yeah, next week. Oh, 100% rain, 95% rain, 85% rain, 80, 60. Yeah, I'm going to get wet on the bike next week and I get absolutely soaked. So I'm not looking forward to that. Hi, Sarah. It's wet here now, is it? I forget where you are now, Luke. Where about you? Is it Leicester or something ish? Something like that. I forget now. You have a road trip on Friday. Yeah, I think you're going down to Birmingham, aren't you? Birmingham. I think Sue's going down to Birmingham in the van. Lowestoft, East Coast. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Oh, but where's this one then? Because you are going to Birmingham soon, I think, aren't you? Somerset. Oh God, that's a trek, isn't it? That is a trek. Hell of a distance. I tell you what, I went out to Morecambe this morning, and the amount of vans, you know, the van life vans on the prom on the beach. There's hundreds of them. There's like there's about 20 vans. So I don't know why they all come to Morecambe. I don't know what the appeal is of Morecambe, but crikey, it's busy with vans. I keep toying with the idea of buying a van, and I don't know why. I just love the idea. I think the van lifers on YouTube, they romanticize it quite a lot though, because you don't really see people getting in and like needing to go to the toilet and you can't even stretch your arms up. Like if you can stand up in a van, it's like, oh, I can stand up. But you've got all this room in a house. And I think being restricted to that, to live in it anyway. I'd like to have one just to go out for the odd trip at a weekend and stuff. But realistically, I don't think I would have time to use it. And I don't even have a driveway. I live in a terrace. So parking it outside, if I wanted to do anything, like put anything in it, I've got nowhere to sort of work on it. So then I'll just buy it already done. Then they cost a fortune, cost an absolute bomb. And my car's tiny, little two-seater, so you can't even car camp in it or anything. So yeah, I ghetto by the sea. It pretty much is, to be honest. I ignored what you asked me. What I've missed it. I tell you what, I need to get some glasses from somewhere because I'm having to do the whole old person. Look, I am old, you know. I'm cracking on now. I'm 50 next year. I'm ancient. I'm absolutely ancient. Well, ask me again, Carl, because I didn't see it. Oh, about the van. Did you ask it in this chat? Where's that? Where did I see that? Or did you ask me in a comment somewhere? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I know that he missed replying to you. Oh my God, I'm terrible at this. This is the first time I've done it, in fairness. It's hard. It's hard to read everything. Can I make that text bigger? Moderation activity. Timestamps. Put that on. Well, I'm not sure about that. What else can I do? Reactions. Pop out chat. Send feedback. Computer's doing all right though. It's still it's not kicking up the fans or anything yet, Luke. It's being quite chill. First question asked. Right, scroll with the top. Lou, have I missed much? Okay. I thought I can see the iPhone question. I can't see it. Can't see it. Got to go with the base M5 Pro. I'm such a peasant these days now. The base, to be honest, this is the M4 Pro, but the standard M4 was probably plenty. I kind of did overdo it up. I kind of like future proofing them though. If I ever get anything, I never buy the base because I just think, and it's stupid to be honest. I always I always spec them up massively, and then as soon as I want to upgrade it, which is usually like a year or two, I then do it again. But the whole point of specking them up is so that they last you 10 years. So I do it wrong. You should buy the base one, and it's probably enough, and then you don't have to add Apple tax for anything. And then when you sell it, it's because again, I spec that Air up, and I look how much they go for now, and it's like a second-hand car. No one cares. It's like it's a 2020 computer. It doesn't matter how well you spec it up. It's still cheap now by today's standards. I asked about the bike seat too. Ignored twice. I'm missing everything that you're. I think because I'm getting in. Like when I make a video, you guys don't see this. I start off slow, and then I start to get going, and then I start to loop. Whereas this is a little bit different because I am reacting to what's being written, unless it's Carl. Can I just click on you, Carl, and see everything you've said? Because channel activity, what does that do? That doesn't do anything. It tells me I would go with the base. I've asked about the bike seat too. No, twice. Oh yeah, I've set it so it's just Carl now. I can only see Carl. Right. Let me read. Go with the base. Asked about the bike seat too. No, it's in reverse order though. That's stupid. Don't like the blue. Yeah, that's the iPhone camera. Message held for review. What's all that about? Oh, it hid it. The bike seat question was hidden for some reason. You buy that bike seat from looks a bit kinky. I think it's because you said the word kinky. So if you were a little bit less smutty, Carl, I would see your questions. That's what it is. How can you turn that off? I don't need to moderate stuff. Moderate activity. That's off. Reactions. What is reactions? Because I can type in here, can't I? Hello. Hello. Yeah, I can type in there. Puts a massive yellow banner on to let me know that it's me. I would know it was me because that's just what I typed. Chat is always hard to keep with it moves so fast. And this is with 3 people. When you see it on when you watch anyone on like any sort of people that stream for a living, it's just how they can react or see any of it blows my mind because it never ever stops. And it, like I say, with 3 people, it's flying. And Carl's laughing at me. But yeah, bag of silica gel. No, I'm not really going to eat it because you're not supposed to for some reason. It's bad for you to eat it. The amount of pouches that I've had in the world that I've never used. I'm never going to put this mic in this pouch ever. It's just going to be sat on the side. I'm going to lose it, and then I'll find the pouch and think, why didn't I put it in the pouch? But yeah, I really rate DJI stuff to the point where I do that brand loyalty thing where it's like, you know, when you support one car brand and so you hate the other one, like Audis, BMWs, or whatever. I'm a bit like that with there's another firm that makes like 360 cameras and action cameras. Insta360, I think. They do a little camera. What's drone question mark? Have you asked me about drones? So they could gel challenge inbound. Drone. Have you got a drone? Sorry, it's the way it's blue. No, I haven't got one at the minute. I did have Mavic Pro. It was excellent. I wasn't really using it. And plus I realized at the time it seemed that just every vlog had a drone in it and it was just, cinematic music and drone footage. And I thought it was a bit tedious. So I just was like, I'm going to get rid of it. And I saw it cost me about £1,000 at the time. And I sold it for about 600 quid. But I use it for a little while. Did have a couple of videos with it. I got a bit scared of using it. I always felt, and again, this was early doors, so there was no real sort of rules at the time. But every time I took it off, I felt that I was like, is this allowed? And I remember thinking, like, every time it took off, well, this is £1,000. And if I crash it, it's going to cost me a fortune to get it fixed. But I'm definitely thinking about getting one of the smaller ones. The Neo 2 is what I'm interested in. There's a Neo, which is about 170 quid, and it's the one where you just do hand gestures and it comes out, but you can get a remote controller for it. And it's still got it does 4K 60, but I think the Neo 2, which I don't know the price of it, it's only come out in China, does I don't know if it does a slightly faster frame rate. It's got better camera, better avoidance, and it doesn't fold out. It's got like a cage around the props, and it's quite small. So under the 250 gram limit. I could probably do a little bit of things. What I don't want, the idea for me with the camera is it shouldn't even be there. It should just, I don't want to be, that's why you have a giant DSLR with a giant mic on it and all. And I just want it to be disappear into the background. So it's just me effectively talking into nothing. But the less I have to do, like with the Action 5, you'd think I've been paid by DJI, wouldn't you? What I love about this camera is you just press record on the top and it just starts, it turns it on, starts recording, press it again, and it turns it off. and stops recording. And I use it in the gym pretty much every day, and it's you don't even know it's there. And I have that really tall monopod thing that I stand it on, which has a tripod attached to the bottom. I just stand it in the corner when I'm working out, and I capture my dream stuff, and I can just upload it and edit it. It's really easy to use. What was my point? What point was I making then? Oh, the drone. Yeah, the fact that it doesn't fold out. I just want to be able to get it out of a bag, turn it on, launch it, bring it down, done. But I'm even saying that. That being said, I don't really know what I would do with it, because you can set them to track you and this, that, and the other. I think it's good to get a surrounding shot of where you are if you're out and about. But would I use it enough? Would I get my money's worth out of it? I'm not sure. Yeah, worried about losing it. I'd be worried about losing it as well. I thought I'd lost the Mavic once, and it did that return to home thing, and it came back luckily. But I lost where I was. And at the time, you had to connect your phone to it for a screen, which I never liked. Now the controllers have a screen built in. But when you had to connect your phone, the app was a bit flaky and it would crash. You'd have to reopen it and stuff. And it was a bit of a panic. Didn't really like that. Good for hiking vlogs. Yeah, I imagine. I'm surprised you don't have one, Sue, actually. I thought you would have plumped and got one. I think if you went for like a Neo, because they are super cheap and they're still steady. You still get all the DJI quality from them. But I don't think you need to spend best part of £1,000 on one. I really don't. Establishing shot, never to be seen again. Yeah, videos these days have more B-roll than A, which is a counter. Yeah, I think an establishing shot is good for it. What I find is, and you'll have found this as anyone who gets one, it's just drone footage, drone footage, drone footage, drone footage, and it looks impressive. But I want to see what the person's up to and what they're doing. I want to hear the person. I suppose you could do a voiceover, couldn't you, over it? But yeah, I do like the idea. I do think I would. I would play one a bit. That's why I want to go as cheap as possible. And I think that Neo 2 is going to be the sweet spot without like rupturing all that money. Just getting the cheap one, and you can get it. Like I say, you can just do hand gestures for it. Although it looks a bit flaky. It doesn't look the best for the AI for the commands. Although the 2 is probably a lot better. It's probably had improvements and stuff. How much for the Neo 2, or how much for? Have I missed something else you've said there, Carl? You'll get one. I probably will. This camera is getting a bit grainier now, isn't it? I like the bike footage, to be honest. I do as well. And again, that camera, you have it set so that if you tilt it anywhere up to 45 degrees, it stays flat. So as you're sort of moving around on the bike, the footage stays straight. The image stabilization in that thing is off the charts. Absolutely love it. And that's why when the 6 comes out, which is due out any minute, there's a lot of rumors for it. They say the 6 has got a 1.1-inch sensor, which will be so much better in low light. And to be honest, low light is all we're going to get out and about these days, cycling to work and back. But if it's supposed to be fractionally bigger. Look, you can see me in the reflection there. Look, woohoo! Yeah, I would be tempted to get that. Don't need it. Shouldn't be buying anything else. Should be grateful of what I've got and just use what I've got. But for some reason, I am a gearhead and I just can't resist buying new things. It's crazy. But, you know. How much storage you used filming 4K for 15 minutes? Quite a lot. Yeah, it's a little bit eye-watering. Let's have a look at the what I've got in my backup at the minute. So I've got that bike seat vlog. Where's that? New seat movie. So let's have a look how long that is. How long is that? It's about 10 minutes, that, I think. And let's have a look at the file size. 3.64 gig. So it's not that bad, actually. I thought it'd be worse than that. So it's not terrible, but I'm probably not using the right codec. I'm probably making a hash. I don't look at color grading. I don't look at the quality that I should be uploading it in. I should look at that. I watched the video back initially and I just think, yeah, it looks all right. I mean, this picture on here, I think is pretty terrible. The MacBook Pro camera that's built in, but it's getting dark, so I think it's getting grainy. Okay, Google, make living room lights white. That's better, probably. Yeah, it's a little bit better, but it's still not. You know, for what this computer costs, it's still not the best. You have to buy what you enjoy. Yeah, Carl, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. But I think depends on the I'm probably not uploading my stuff in the most optimal way. I've never really paid any attention to that. As long as it looks reasonable, then I just go like, yeah, that'll do. I can probably optimize it quite a lot, but I just don't. I just find I enjoy the editing process, but I don't feel because I get home from work about well, I finish work at 5, I go to the gym till about 7, I think, get home, and if I want to make a video, it can take me about 2 hours. So and that's I'm fairly efficient at editing, but I just think like get the footage off it, leave it as it is. I'm not D-Log M this and color grade that. I can't be bothered because it's just my face. And like as long as you can tell it's my face, it'll do, you know. But I probably should look into optimizing the storage size or the file size and which codec I should be using and all that. But I'm not that interested in it. For me, it's like takes away from just chatting to people. I just want to get out there and do this bit and not worry about the technical side too much. The less complicated the camera is, the better for me because I can just press a button, do this, press another button, chuck stuff in a timeline, bang a bit of music under it, upload it. I've got to check how much storage I used for Doodle's 16th. It was scary. Just footage. How long was that video then, Luke? I think I watched that one. I think I did. It was quite long, if I remember rightly. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure it was. Normal everyday vlogs you do. I like them as well. That's what I enjoy the most. I like this going back to this other 282 gig for all the footage. Bonkers. I mean, I think my raw files are a lot bigger, but it's when I've uploaded them. Obviously, YouTube compresses the crap out of them and brings the file size down quite a lot. I have got nearly what 900 gig plus. I've got a good internet connection. That's for download. Upload's probably about 100. I have got a great connection here, so I don't worry too much about the size when it's uploading. Storage wise, this Mac's only got 512 gig. But as soon as once I've got like a few videos that I've done, I chuck all the files, the individual file and the actual film file in a folder, connect to that hard drive thing that I've got upstairs. So I actually did a review of on the tech channel that I've got. I was thinking of bringing that back actually, the opinionated review. I spoke to Carl about this the other day, sort of saying, where should I put, because he wants to see a review of the MacBook or, because that's what I used to do reviews on it of phones mainly. And he did all right. I made a couple of grand out of the videos on that, believe it or not. Back in the day, you'd need a lot more views than I had. I got a few 100,000 views on it, on some of the videos, and I've made about £2,000 in total, which was, at the time was really good. But I think since the apocalypse and all the stuff that there is now, you can't do that. And I keep toying with the idea of putting tech videos on there. But I've got 3 channels. I've got this one where I just sit on the settee and talk, which is my favorite thing to do. I've got the gym stuff, which is more of a log for me, just to remember numbers and weights and how I was feeling at the time, more so than it is educational. It's just kind of like it gives me some. I do it because it keeps the sort of video making and editing muscles oiled. So if I don't make a video for a week or two, I lose the mojo completely and I just stop. And I don't want to be doing that. So that's just something to keep me going. Whereas this sort of stuff, where I'm out on the bike or I'm out with Sarah or I'm in Morecambe or Liverpool, I enjoy doing this. And again, it's more so for my purpose than it is anyone else's. But you could argue like, well, why do you upload it then? Because that's where people see it. So there definitely is. I do like getting people to see it and stuff, and the odd few that stick around is quite nice. But there's a little bit of freedom because I used to put any video on the other channel, didn't I? The Stu Vlog channel. But now that's all Jim. I've kind of gone very specific with it. Whereas this Stuart Grice channel is just sofa chats, bit of journaling, just what I'm up to. And I enjoy doing it. I can't believe the size of that footage though. 46 gig for 7 mins of raw footage. Wow. Can't find the reader wherever I've put it. Need to buy a new NAS. Yeah, I do as well. Mine's just cobbled together. There's a 2 terabyte mechanical drive, a 1 terabyte mechanical drive, a 512 SSD drive. I think that's all I've got, and they're quickly filling up because I've started to. Not that long ago, I used to make a video and just delete all the footage, but recently, in the last year or two, I've started saving everything just in case I need it. I probably will never, ever, ever need it. So, but it is quite good to have if I ever need to reference it back. But I do think external storage is a good thing to focus a bit of time, attention, and money on because it's good to have it. Because obviously you could say you've already got it and you've uploaded it, but it's not the same. It's not the same quality. It's not the same at all, in fact. But there is something satisfying about backing it up and just thinking you can go back to the original and you can re-edit it into something new if you need to. I quite like the idea of the gym stuff where I can, at the end of the year to the beginning of the year, I can do some comparisons. I could put something up on that. It is quite a good thing to have. But yeah, when it comes to just mundane talking to myself, pointless, boring videos where I don't really give any quality or any use to anyone, yeah, those are the ones that I actually like doing the most. And I don't know why. I've never really understood it. I just enjoy doing it. And it helps me with my job at work, and my work job helps me with this because I talk and I try not to go I don't and ah. You probably hopefully won't find many filler words in what I'm saying now, but I can keep a stream, I can keep chatting without saying anything. I can talk for ages and say nothing at all. Is that a skill? Probably not. Is it useful? No. But when you're on tech support, you're talking all the time in a different way. Come home, you're talking in a different way. I don't know. It's kind of, I like it. You know, I'll probably always do it until I'm not existing anymore. Then I might carry on doing it if that's possible. I don't know. Probably not really. But what am I on about? Nothing. Just talking shit, really. Um, I haven't read the reader was next to the raw files. 30 minutes, 12 gigs. Love the boring ones. They're the best. The boring ones are the best. Skill, it gets you paid. Yeah, it gets you paid when I'm at work, I guess. You'll never get me paid doing this. I think this when you watch YouTube videos like we probably all do, obviously, there's too much now. I like watching a vlogger that just gives me an update on their life and what they're doing. When Luke had his old channel, the Scazius channel, whatever you pronounce it, I used to watch it every day. He was a daily vlogger, weren't you, Luke? And you just it's the person you tune into because it didn't matter what you were talking about. It was you're quite a technical person and you're really interested in technical things, which I really hooked onto. But it wasn't that. It was just the way certain people have a way of just you feel like it's one to one. And when Luke does a vlog, he talks like at your soul, like at you, and you just think like he's made this for me, and he's talking to me, he's telling me about his day, and he's got a real natural way of doing it. I like to think I've got that as well, but I don't know. I don't know for a fact. But and all these videos now, when I'm on my subs and it's all like how to make money, how to become famous, and it's just like no, it's just a for me it's talk therapy. It's just get stuff off your chest and out your head and get it out there, and it's just a nice. It just feels nice to do. And I just do it for I'm gonna use the word art. This is art. The art form itself of making it, editing it, putting it out there, interacting with people, getting some friends. Like I got you friends. I already knew Sue before my YouTube and stuff from my past and everything. But generally speaking, there's a handful of people that I just get on with and catch up with. Steve, another guy, he makes his own vlogs and stuff, and he has that personal way about him of just really warm chat, and he just involves you in, and he just is like, "Oh, I've put the washing on and had my tea and I'm going for a bath." And a lot of people will be like, "I don't care about that," but I'm like, I want to know what Steve's up to. It's just nice to know. I really enjoy it. Um, what else we got on here? Video every day for 10 years. Honestly, Luke, that's just that is just like, and there was a lot. The stuff you did, it wasn't just this. It wasn't just sat in front. You were like taking us around the house and the home, and you were doing things, and you kept it moving, and it was not heavily edited in the sense that you're trying to chop it in, but it was just like in the morning, in the evening, in the day, and then there was the law of like noodle and ink. Everything was just really well done. And obviously, you've been doing it for that long. That's why it was really good, because you just anything you do over and over again, you get good at it, don't you? But yeah, I remember when they stopped happening. I'm like, what's going on? You did kind of warn us that's the way it was going. But I remember I'd get up and my iPad on the side of the bed, and I'd just be like, well, I'd just watch the latest video and then catch up with everything that you're doing. Really enjoyed it. Dedication, it really, isn't it, Carl? It's insane dedication, really, when you think about it. People came from around the world to a Poxy wedding in a seaside town in a bum fuck nowhere. Vlog folk came to your wedding. That's cool. That's really cool. 40 or 50, but I skipped the start. Wow. It's incredible, that. I don't know. But yeah, have you ever thought about doing any videos, Carl? Because you've obviously you're in there from day one. You came from the tech channel, because I used to do the mobile phone reviews, and I think you came from that over to the other stuff that I did. I'm pretty sure that's where you came from. But you've got like your mask business. If you still got that, you've got do your own sort of. I don't know if it's a side hustle, that's your main job. I can't remember, but I've never seen anything from. You have an Instagram, I think, but you put products on and stuff. But I've never seen you do a video. I've never seen you make anything. So I just wondered if you if you ever fancied doing it. What we got here. Vloggers introduced me to so many cool people. You included, mate. Oh, this is what I mean. It's such a well, is it? When I first started doing it, probably 20 years ago, making videos, it was like, whoa, it was really jarring for people. But like when I've told them, like my family have always known that I did it. They never see, and my work has as well. My boss, guy that owns the company, watches my stuff and he makes videos. He's motor vlogging and stuff. But we always thought it was fairly okay. We just hiking, we just did it. But now, like video is kind of like it's almost the norm, especially with vertical content like TikTok, Instagram, and stuff. When I first did it, it was always seen as weird. But I just don't know what it is that that I like about it. I couldn't tell you. I do enjoy it, obviously. Really enjoy it. And like you say, you meet like-minded people. But I think Carl should make some videos. I'd watch them. I'd definitely sort of came from the did come from the tech. Insta Facebook, but don't make the masks. I import them from Venice. Okay. So is that the main line of work that you do then, Carl, or is that a sideline? Is that the main thing? Because it all looks very very professional and whatnot, and so I presume it's full time, but I don't know. I've never asked you. Miss motovlogging. Yeah, his motovlogs are brilliant because he has like a camera facing him, one facing the front, one down the side, and they're all like connected on one button. I think they're DJI actions as well, and he has the mic inside. You can hear the road, and he goes all over Europe and stuff. He makes brilliant, really long videos, but they're really good. They're like little epic films. They're not over edited either. They're quite, the bulk of the content's just there, and you can hear all the other guys because he always goes in like a gang, and you can hear everyone talking in the helmet, on the intercom. So you get context of where things are and what things are, and it does look a lot of fun. Quite a lot of hassle. He's like me though, like the less you have to do with the cameras because you don't want getting in the way of your ride or what you're doing. You want to just be able to do it and just have them capture it as easy as possible. And that's what he goes for. I've got a face for radio and I can't talk at all. I mean, if we're talking about, hello, I've got a face for radio, for goodness sake. It's what bugs me actually, because when I'm doing videos, I'd rather put something much more interesting in my face, but you need it there to sort of interact. I much prefer video and other stuff and talking about it than just showing me, but you kind of have to do it. It's part of it, really. It's how you sort of connect with people, I guess. And I think you can talk. I'm pretty sure because you're typing now. You're typing words. I bet you can say them. Bet you can say the words if you tried. I dare you to upload a video. I dare you. Double dog dare you. Hold the camera. I can talk to it. If you take the camera out of my hand, I freeze. That's weird. So if someone points the camera at you, So if I was like hanging out with you and I tried to film you, you'd be like, "Ah." I know what you mean in a weird way because I went to a YouTube gathering years ago. I think it's because when you're filming, you're in 100% control. You kind of you might not necessarily know what you're going to say, but you can sort of like have a basic thought. Well, I fire the camera up for the most part on these sofa chats, and I don't know what I'm going to say. I just go in with an empty head, and stuff just appears. But if someone's at you, like, it's on their terms, and you might be like, "Well, I'm not ready." Even when I've got nothing queued up to say, I know that I'm ready to talk, so I can start recording and then have a go at it, and then I can chop it, I can stop it, I can think, "I'm not gonna edit that, I'm not gonna upload it." But if someone else is at you with a camera, it's on their terms, isn't it? And it's just like, "Oh, perform for me, monkey. I don't know what to do." So I kinda get that. I am quite good at ad-libbing it, but it's definitely different when someone's filming you compared to when you're filming you. I get that. I totally know where you're coming from. Um, yeah, main income. Did the website itself. Top 3 on Google now. SEO. Oh, excellent. Yeah. I thought it was because it looked like a dead professional setup and stuff. It's, probably getting to that time of year as well, because it's masquerade balls and stuff, New Year's and Christmas and that, so it's probably a good time for you to ramp things up, isn't it? Same thing with live. Yeah, done it for decades, I'm used to it, but second get ready to press the button, heart goes through the roof. That's mad. Yeah, that's a little bit crazy. I guess with me, when I put this on today, I've never done this before, but I just thought I didn't think anyone would come to. I know I'd put a couple of shorts out saying I'm going to do it, but I didn't expect anyone to actually come to it. But I imagine if you've got like a couple of regulars, there's probably an expectation. I don't know if you guys had an expectation. I didn't. I certainly didn't. But I guess I can understand if you did this every day or a lot for years, and then you started to get and you said you're doing it from certain times, you've kind of and you've also got to watch what you say as well because it's real time, it's live, it can be taken out of context, it puts a video up for I know you can delete it, but and again, we're talking 3 people, it's not this is actually 3 people, and I always say 3 people, and this is 3 people, unless, like, Sue's fallen asleep, but yeah, I kind of understand that. Kind of understand that sort of like gulp before you actually go out there. That makes sense. um, it's weird. So different on camera, but talking to the camera caused me to shout out. Yeah, I get it. Um, I need a new face. But yeah, it's an odd world. It's the fact that we can do this though. Is wild, isn't it? You can if you've got a computer and internet connection, which we are pretty privileged to have that. But you can just go like, I'm gonna technically reach the world. All right, I am reaching the world, but no one's tuning into it. I guess that I get that, but you have the option to do that, which is wild. I only ever really watch YouTube on the telly as well. I watch every subscriber or subscription I watch is generally on the TV, not on the computer. I find because I'm on a computer all day, I'm on one now, but I would rather have the video on the TV, which stops me commenting as much because I like to interact with people, but I just would rather stick it on the TV and watch it as if it was a show, but search for specific things that I want to see rather than stick to some like a TV licensing schedule of this is on at this time. I've never really been asked for that. I haven't had a TV license for years. I don't even have the ability to receive anything in this house because the TV doesn't have a receiver in it. So just YouTube. That's it. Uh, when I was just put dial, you could send a text to each other. Now my kids don't know the world video live everything. Yeah, yeah. It's got pretty serious pretty fast, hasn't it? It's ramped up a lot. My mate's granddad, my mate Nick, who I go to the gym with, his granddad is 102, maybe 103 actually. He's definitely 102 at least. I know his birthday's in December. Might be 103. I think he is. But the stuff that he's seen, like the stuff that he's forgotten, when 100 years ago, he was in I don't know which war he was in, but he was in a submarine. No, he was in a boat that got torpedoed by a submarine in the war, survived that. Loads of cool, interesting stories, and he's still going. and he shows no sign of stopping either. And if you think what's changed in 100 years, like the computer, the moon, like, so many things, it's insane how long that guy's lived for. I can't fathom being over 100 years old. That's insane to me. But if you think in the last, because I'm, like I said, basically 50, when I started with my Spectrum 48K, my dad got us that, and then I went to the Amiga 512, used that for gaming mainly, and then I got my first PC, it was a Pentium 2, and then it's just gone up from that, and I moved over from, still got a gaming PC, but I don't use it anymore. I just don't have just don't feel like playing games. I just get bored very quickly these days. But yeah, Spectrum 48K, Amiga 512, Pentium 2. I remember it had a 6.4 gig hard drive, and I was convincing my dad to get the 10. He was like, "What would you need a 10 gig hard drive for? You couldn't possibly fill that." And now it's, a Word doc would fill that with the right amount of images in it and whatnot. It's crazy. When I was in uni, getting the piss taken out of you for being trained with a laptop. Now everybody does. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody does it. You can't go anywhere, can you? Pentium 2 rich sod. Oh, God. 6 gig. 82. Bought the ZX81 when it first came out. Yes, I'm that old. I didn't. It was the 48K for me. We used to play War of the Worlds on it. If you remember the War of the Worlds with the tripods and stuff. And on the Spectrum, it was a text adventure. And it was really hard. And you were just like, it was all 2D. And you'd walk down a street and it'd be like, oh, there's a street this way, that way. In the distance, the tripod shouts, ooh la. It's all text. And then you go down the street and then a tripod would appear and just zap you. And we drew a map on paper because the actual routes that you could go with this, it never changed. I don't even know if we completed the game. And then the red weed would start to come, and you just had to remember, if you went that way and you got zapped, don't ever go that way again because there'll always be a tripod there. The game didn't change. And I bet you if I Googled that now, it would look absolutely garbage. But it was basically a text adventure. But I loved it at the time. I'm going to look that up. I wonder if you can just play War of the Worlds text. Do you remember text games where it's like you're in a room and there's a key on the wall and the exits are east and west and there's no pictures at all. It's just all text. And then you just had to pick, select a choice, like a choose your own adventure book. That was the game when I was little. And I used to love it because it made you use your imagination, which is something we can't do anymore because it's been taken away from us with TikTok. But yeah, I used to love the text adventures, and that War of the Worlds on the Spectrum was wicked. Really liked it. The whole family used to play it. That was ace. ZX81. That keyboard. Was it the rubber spongy one? Love text adventures, yeah. The keyboard was crap. Text adventures were great. They were. Zonk. Famous Five. Colossal Cave Adventure. Zork, is that Zork? Famous Five. I don't remember the names of them. I can just picture them, ironically, and there's no pictures in them. There's a BBC Acorn Archimedes, which is like an Amiga at school. We had the BBC micro. We used to wheel it in on a trolley and just play some text adventure games for an hour at the end of the day. And it was that sort of cream beige with a CRT, which wasn't even color. Pile of shit. But we loved it. There was a game where you had to just get 2 adults and 2 children across a river in a boat. When you could only have 1 adult or 2 children or 1 child, and you had to just get them left to right. That was a really and there was snooker. You had a top-down view of snooker and 1 ball, and you just typed in the angle and the speed, and you had to pot the ball. That was the height of gaming on the BBC. I think it was BBC. It was Acorn BBC. It was an old computer anyway. It was proper ancient. Play a lot of them on your phone now. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Everything goes full circle, doesn't it? Turtle programming robot thing. That rings a bit of a bell. Yeah. God. Ring of Power on the Commodore 64. That was a good. I think I remember that as well. Acorn, the boys behind the arm chip. Oh, cool. Yeah. And then like you say, your kids have like grown into a world of social media and video calls and live streams, cancel culture and all that kind of stuff. It's mad to think what somebody born today is going to see when they're 50, isn't it? Because you always think that we've kind of got everything now and done everything, but what will be the next big thing? The Apple Vision Pro thing didn't seem to really take off. The gigantic headset with AR. It's like 3D TVs, isn't it? They came out and everyone was like, not really bothered. Mum and Dad got one of them. It looked all right, but it just seemed like hassle to wear the glasses. And I think unless they get the glasses down to normal glasses, which they're sort of getting there, aren't they, with the Ray-Ban stuff and the Meta things and all that. But I don't know if that's going to be the next big thing. It feels wearing the internet on your face feels like too much. Smartwatches, yeah, take them or leave them, really. I am melting in that hat now to get my bald head out, which needs a shave. But yeah, I don't know what the next big thing's going to be. I certainly don't think it's going to be planting chips in your head like Elon wants. I don't think that's going to be fun. Yeah, social media. I get you. It's pretty toxic, like, isn't it? Vision Pro. If I had this, yeah, they're not cheap, like, are they? Social can get in the bin, yeah. Yeah, they are. I've never had a go on one. Be interesting to see because you can effectively just look at a blank wall and scale like a cinema screen on it. I bet they're good. They've got the M5 in them now, haven't they? They've gone from like M1 to M5. I bet that's quite a leap. But they need to like absolutely get the cost down. And I don't know what you've obviously seen it that when someone walks in a room, you've got like a fake version of your eyes, as if you're going to keep the face. Like someone walks in and you just keep your headset on and you talk to them. You're going to take it off, aren't you? Unless they can like make it so that you can see out of glass and people can see your actual eyes, but behind it you can see the world or the virtual world, which they'll probably get there. They're probably there already if you get the right thing, but it's never appealed to me to sort of go out and get it and try it. I bet you if I tried it, I'd be blown away. But I seem to remember it's got it's got a lot of weight. It's got a terrible battery life. You're certainly not going to walk around with it on because you're either going to get robbed or just fall over or just look stupid or run out of battery or internet. So I don't think that's the way to go. If you sat at home with it on, yeah, I think being able to emulate like a gigantic screen is quite a good perk of it because you don't have to fork out for a 180-inch TV or whatever it would be the equivalent of. I did actually have a virtual reality headset that I had a Sony, was it a Sony or a Galaxy Samsung phone that you could put in it with a headset. Gave it to my dad actually in the end, and there was a cinema in that, and you could sit in a giant cinema and you could look at the empty seats around you and you could watch a film. You could actually put Netflix on it, and it was really good. I actually really liked it. It worked very well. It was quite immersive. I'd forgotten all about that. That was quite good. Well, I've not even tried the Meta. You know the all the Facebook version, the white ones. Opus, is it Opus? Oculus. Not actually tried any of that, but it's probably quite good. But it just doesn't appeal to me. I don't massively doesn't jump out at me. I was wondering about the shipping dome thing. Kind of stuff would work for me as I have. Oh, chip, yeah, in your head. Brain temperature would like to go join the future site. Get it. Correct. I used to watch movies in VR, a program called VR Chat. Yeah, I didn't go on that, but I saw it. It does look quite good. I would like to give it a go, especially now. I bet if any, well, Luke, you might remember this, but there was a chat program called, it wasn't VR Chat, it was OnLive Traveler, and you were like a 3D head, and you could go into a chat room and you control it with the keyboard and you moved around and you could control the expressions and stuff and talk to other people. It was really, really bizarre. But it wasn't VR chat. It was just like avatars, just 3D avatars. I wonder if that's still going. But it was called On Live Traveler, which is really, that's a blast from the past. That was a long time ago. I don't must putting a chip in my head. No, I'm not a fan of that. I don't want a hole in my head because, like, bad enough if you bang it with your skull intact, but I wouldn't fancy like a soft patch with a chip in it. Yeah, wasn't really appeal to me that. But if it can help with things like paralysis and like rehabilitating people, I just something about Elon Musk though. I don't want him getting anywhere. If there's anyone else, I don't know. They're as bad as each other, I suppose, aren't they? All these tech giants, these billionaires. Trying to remember a semi 3D world from what it was. You were a spud, walk around, Polly, and talk to people. Yeah, that sounds like that on Life Traveler. Semi 3D virtual world. Yeah, that pretty much. And one of the rooms was like a nightclub, and you could just go in and talk to people and pull expressions and stuff. It's really odd, really odd. I imagine it's probably died a death a long time ago now. But yeah, it was a very, very bizarre one. Was that? Yeah. What time is it now? How long have I been on? I've been on this for like an hour and a quarter or something like that. That's not bad, is it? For a first video, for a first live. But yeah, I proper had the opinion in my head of it's gonna be two-way. I don't know why I was thinking that. Makes no sense. But Sue said before you can invite at least one person to it. And I don't even know where that would be. And most of the options down the side pop out dashboard. What's that? Chat rate 2, views 4. Do we have a fourth person at some point? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. What's that? Send feedback. Chat channel level settings. Set up an overlay for your breaks. No, I'm not using any software. I'm just using the browser. So I don't think I'll be using that. But I think what I'll do after this, I'll probably watch some videos on what you can do with it. Share screen. You can share your screen. That's quite good. You're using a stream. No, I'm just using Chrome. I've never actually installed anything. No, golds. Yeah, no, I can imagine software would be a million times. I did have a phase many moons ago where I installed, what was it called? Something studio. Was it OVH? OP? It was an actual streaming bit of software. But when I put it on my PC, I saw the window. I just thought, "Ugh, this just looks like I have to learn it, and I can't be bothered learning anything. At the time, it looked complicated. Now, whether that's just me being stupid or whether it was actually complicated, I couldn't tell you, but it looked complicated. And I just thought, nah. But yeah, I imagine browser is not the best experience for doing this kind of thing. Absolutely not. OBS. I think that's what it was. Yeah. If you need a hand, give us a shout. I will. A few people. Set a few people up with it. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be quite interesting to do that. I guess if I start doing this regularly. I do enjoy doing it. It's quite nice. I just wish it was two-way. I did actually see a bit of software. What was it called? I've got it. Is that it there? And it was for podcast Riverside.fm. That is designed for podcasting. That looks quite good because you can kind of have people on with you. That looks quite good. Even this is browse is pretty neat. Something I could never dream of back in the day. Yeah, it is wild, isn't it, when you think? It really is crazy. I presume I mean, I'm obviously using the mic that's built into the computer. So does it sound okay? Because I've got a little bar at the bottom and it's got about 8 dots. And when I'm speaking, it goes to 2. It's not, so I presume I'm not particularly loud on it. But it doesn't move any higher than that. Share screen, share, end stream, edit. But yeah, hopefully it's loud enough. Sounds great. I think the mics on the their MacBook Pro are supposed to be studio quality, which is bullshit, by the way, but it means they're better than just a standard shitty mic. And the camera's okay. I think it's a 1080p camera. It's not fantastic. I mean, I'm having to look at it all the time, but it's quite. I mean, like that's quite blown out, and I can see it's quite grainy. I guess that's obviously the compression, but I can see the quality of it is terrible, and how it blows out from that light. But you know, it's real time. It's live. It's streaming constantly, isn't it? So it's got quite a lot to do. I guess that's why Luke was saying his MacBook Air gets too hot when he's doing it. But it's on a cushion, and to be honest, it's way cooler now than it was before. It's chilled. It's completely chilled out, this computer, and thankfully so, because you pay extortionate amount of money for these computers. You don't want it to be going and taking off like a works computer would. Apple cameras are interesting. Yeah, the phone cameras are really, really good. When you start certain apps, you get the option to switch to this camera. In fact, could I do that on this? Don't know. Before I did it, and that's FaceTime and stuff. It asks you if you want to use the back camera, and it's way better quality than the one. And you'd think because of the size of them, mind you, probably add quite a lot of money onto the computer, wouldn't it? But the small front-facing and rear cameras on the phones are way better than the webcams they put in. And they've got more room, I suppose. Although I suppose the thinness of the lid is quite thin, isn't it? So you can use continuity camera. Is that what it is? Yeah, I did do it before actually when I was messing about. It was pretty good. But yeah, it's. I want to hook up the R50V by a USB. I did attempt that before, and I had a quick look online, and it said, yeah, you can use it as a webcam. There's probably a setting in there that you can use it for, because obviously that's a proper optical. That's a much better. That would look way better than this. But I think I'll look into it, because it'd be nice to use the actual PC upstairs instead of the MacBook, because I never really use it, and I could use it for streaming. That would make more sense, I suppose. But I didn't actually set about when I was thought about this morning. I thought, oh, I won't use the Mac. I'll use the computer with the DSLR. Well, mirrorless. But I didn't. I just thought this is easy, more convenient. So I did it this way. It's managing it all right. So. Be right back. Got to make the wife a sandwich. Our house is backward. Regular camera is a webcam. I always bring capture card for it. Yeah. Yeah, I should look into doing it. A little bit. I'm thinking about. I keep. Thing is, it's done 60,000 miles, which is not a lot, because I don't use it that often. And when I go out in it, it is a cracking little car. It's economical. It's got about 205 horse, so it's nippy for what it is. But it's also, because it's 7-speed auto, it's really good on fuel. When I got a Sarah's and back on it doesn't really use much fuel. It's got a good size boot if you keep the lid up, which you obviously do, unless it's peak summer. So it's reasonable. But every so often I just think, I'd want something a bit more, because I do a lot of motorway driving now, going to Liverpool and back. I sometimes think I want something a bit bigger. My last two obsessions were the BMW 435D, which is the 300 odd horsepower, 3-litre twin turbo diesel BM coupe. And then I started looking at the Jaguar F-Pace, the MPV thing, not the 2-seater sports car one, the 4x4 Jag, diesel Jag. I thought about that. But the thing is, I own that car outright. It cost me about 16 and a half. I got it in 2018, so I've nearly had it for 9 years. And it's never let me down. It never fails to start. I can leave it stood there for 2 weeks, getting it, boom, it just fires up. It's cheap to run. It's cheap to insure. It's nippy-ish. Like 0 to 60 is about, is it like 6.5 seconds or something? So it's okay. And it's quite fun to drive. It's just a bit dated. There's no Apple CarPlay and stuff like that, which I would quite like. I'd like to be able to hook up my sat nav and stuff to it, because the built-in sat nav's rubbish. But yeah, I keep toying with the idea. Yeah, SLK is really nice. Yeah, the SUVs, that's what I was trying to think of, the Jag. I've never had a Jag. And then there's the whole, should I get a van? And weirdly, I've been looking at Transit Customs, but then I've been looking at the electric ones because they go so much cheaper, really low miles. And I was kind of researching a bit, thinking like, could you have an electric vehicle but have no charger at home? Because I was living on a terrace and I'm thinking, I don't have anywhere where I could charge it. So is it realistic to have an electric vehicle, but then have to go? Because we don't have I don't have a petrol station at my house, but there's always that thing that if you've got an electric car, you charge it at home. But then I was looking into it because like you can get them charged up in like half an hour or an hour or something. So I could go somewhere, park up, chill in the back of it on the computer or whatever if I've got it kitted out. I'd fill it up with electric and then bring it home. And the standby time was really good. I could get to Liverpool and back. I could get like a 200-mile range quite easy. But just something feels a bit like, should you have an electric car if you don't have a charger at home? And it feels like you shouldn't. Um, yeah, I do as well. So SLK 55. Yeah, I love that car. I do like the SLK and the two-seater Mercs, or just the SL rather than the SLK, the proper full-size one, because the K stands for Kurt, which is German for small. um, but yeah, I do toy with it, but every so often I just think you own it. It's cheap to run. It's nippy. It's nice. So I talk myself out of it more often than not because any new car I got, I'd have to go into debt for, and I don't like doing that. I like owning them outright, and I'm not willing to just go with a load of savings and like rupture my bank account just to buy a new car. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, it's quite an interesting time just chatting to people. I just wish I could hear. It'd be nice to hear people. I reckon you and I, Carl, should have a FaceTime call. Yeah, buying them outright, just it's always a big hit, obviously, but you're not tied to. I hate finance and PCP or whatever it's called and all that kind of. When I initially bought the Merc, I did get it on finance and I paid it off for a couple of years and then I just lumped it off because I just hated having that money go out every month. It was just feels worse than a big hit somehow, depending on how much you're going to pay. What are you driving at the minute? Because you had that 350Z, and last time I asked you about it, you said it was long gone. I don't think you've got anything at the minute. Or last time we spoke about cars, you said you didn't have one. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that you were between cars, or you were thinking of getting one. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. Don't have one. I'll keep looking. Yeah, I toyed with the idea of getting rid of a car a while ago. 'Cause I'm thinking like, even though it's cheap to run, cheap to fuel, cheap to insure, and all that, it's obviously cheaper to not have it. And this must have been before I was reserved because now I nip to Liverpool and stuff and Birkenhead. Obviously it's really convenient. I mean, you can get the train there, but it's really convenient to have the car. So I've taught myself out of that. But a while ago, I was thinking like, would I be able to survive without it? And then I was thinking I'll spend a little bit more on my bike, maybe get an e-bike or something, just to sort of to have a bit a better mode of transport. I much prefer cycling than I do driving, just because you've got the freedom, you can go where you want, and pavements and canal banks and the prom and stuff. But obviously, it's obviously nowhere near as fast. But I just feel that if I got rid of my car, it would affect your insurance though. Your insurance no claims would run out and stuff, wouldn't they? Um, got rid of the Z, too expensive. Now I want a car, and it'll just sit there. Yeah. I guess so. I mean, I don't use mine much. Every other weekend, I've got a Sarah's in it, and what else? Got a mum's a bit in it, but like Saturday, if I'm a weekend off, so a weekend at Sarah's, weekend here, then we have a weekend to ourselves. Typically, it's on a 3-week cycle like that. But when I'm here, I always go into Lancaster and go to the gym Saturday morning. But I can do that on the bike but I do that. That's my working week. It's like a 20-minute cycle. It's like 4.2 miles to get to Lancaster. It's easy and I like doing it, but it makes me think of work because it's my work mode of transport. So on a Saturday that I'm free, I just think, oh, I'll drive, treat myself, go in the car, give it a bit of a run so it doesn't seize up. But more often than not, it does a lot less. I have my insurance saying that I do 5,000 miles a year. I don't do anywhere near that. I don't think even we go into Liverpool and back a lot. I don't go anywhere near 5,000 miles. Went and checked. Lotus. Insurance went out. Went and checked. It's 270. Yeah, wow, that's not bad. You must be an old man like me, because my niece has started driving recently, and it's through the roof. And she has it. She even has a black box on my sister's car, or she did have that recorded your speed. So if you're doing in a 20-mile-an-hour limit, you had to do 20. Otherwise, you basically got points. It was ridiculous. But even with that, my sister was paying 20 quid a month insurance, and when she had my niece on, it was 200 quid a month. And it was like, what? She's only 19, but she's not exactly a reckless driver. But I remember when I was 19, I had an RS Turbo that was super chipped and everything, and I was paying £1,000 a year for that, which at the time, even that was quite expensive at the time, but it was fine. But insurance for young people now is ridiculous. $60? I didn't think you were 60, but hell. Not that 60 is old, but I just presumed you were the same age as me. I don't know. Yeah, I had an RS Turbo. It was absolutely excellent. It was my second car. My first car was a Fiesta 1.1 Popular Plus. I had that for when I passed my test, 18 or something. And then I saved up and got an Escort RS Turbo. I had that for a while. I loved that car. It was absolutely rapid. It was brilliant. I used to burn rubber in that. Literally used to go through 2 front tires every 2 weeks on it. Used to get by Fulda Y2000 pluses, like the sticky front tires. And I used to just pull the handbrake on and just burn out on car parks and shred my tires. And underneath my wing mirror was always sticky with the rubber. I was an idiot, but it was a good car. It was really, really fun to drive. And then I got rid of that and got a Cavalier GSI 2016 valve. I've had quite a few cars. I always liked the faster ones when I was younger. I still do. I still like a fast car, but I got a bit sensible eventually. I had a 325i BM, the E30, the Orion gear injection, which is like the XR3i with the boot, and a few of them. I've had loads of cars over the years, absolutely loads of cars. Yeah, it was awesome, that house. It was a Series 2, the Mark IV Escort. F-Reg, F803KIO was the registration, bizarrely. I remember it. And then my GSI Cavalier was J839GEU. I remember that as well. I don't know why I remember these things. It's bizarre, that, isn't it? Have you seen the prices of those nowadays? Yeah, I have. Mine wasn't stock, though. It was messed about with. It was tidy. It was the one with the bonnet vents and stuff, the Mark IV Escort. Not bad. I like the Series 1 RS Turbo, which is the white Mark III Escort, the white clocks. That was awesome. The one Princess Diana had. I liked that. That was awesome. But mine was nice, and it had electric windows. First car that had electric windows in it. It was well cool. Loved it. It was brilliant. Yeah. An Aston. Whoa, yeah. I could see it one of them. Mark 1 was nice. They both were, to be honest. Really liked them. Really, really good cars. And it was fairly solid, that engine, that CVH engine, the XR3 engine with the turbo. Had a full Magnex exhaust on it and K&N air filter. And it was chipped up. It had a variable boost. You could turn the dial to crank the boost up, and it sounded. If you were blasting up and down there and you popped the bonnet, the whole exhaust manifold was orange, glowing orange. It took some stick, that car. I don't even know how much horsepower it had, because I think stock they had about 130, 140, not much, but it was tuned up. It was way over 200, but it was a monster. Really good car. You just don't know at the time, do you? What things are going to go up in value. You never see them, though. You never see an RS Turbo. It's lovely to see. Like, imagine getting a Series 1 or Series 2 RS Turbo stock, which you wouldn't be able to find, polished, clean, just driving around in it. It would look so bizarre on the road now, wouldn't it? It sounded ace as well. Used to love it. Proper good car, that. Really liked it. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was good. I appreciate it. Yeah, I should get off. I should get off as well, really, because it's getting on a bit. And I've been on here I didn't expect to be on here for over an hour. Crazy. But yeah, enjoyed the chat. Really appreciate you stopping by, my man. 132 standard, was it? Yeah. Wow. Nothing, is it really, that? Escort and Sierra Cosworth was like 225, weren't they? Or 205, something like that. God. But yeah, I shall. Yeah, it's been good, mate. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll leave you to it. And this video will be there now, won't it? It'll be on my channel, bizarrely. But yeah, Luke nipped away, but I don't think he'll be coming back. But I might just drop him a message because I should go and get some food and a drink because I've talked that much. My throat's a bit dry. But yeah, you get yourself off, mate, and I'll catch up with you on the videos and the chat in the future. And if I ever do another one of these, yeah, pop by because it was been quite fun. Enjoyed it. It was good. But yeah, see you later, my man. Tatty bye bye. Do 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 do. That is a moderator. Manfred. I'm kind of the only reason I'm hanging about is just in case Luke comes back because I feel rude, sort of like he's just got to make a sandwich for his wife, and then he'll come back and go like, "Oh, I was in the middle of talking to you, and he's gone." So I'm just kind of just staying around because I haven't done anything today, really. I don't know why I'm still talking because you said you were going. So if you've gone, I'm literally talking to myself. Talking to myself. I want to play with that little microphone as well. I want to do so many things. I need to tidy up though. Hey, bye gum. He's here, look. Came running back. So I made a mess of the sandwich. How can you make a mess of the sandwich? Oh my goodness. Yeah, like because Carl's going, and I said, I'm not going to just disappear because if Luke's going to make a butty and I'm gone when he comes back, it's very rude. Very, very rude. But I'm just gonna. The thing is, this is why I appreciate. This is why I like the fact that I use the Mac because I can move. I'm just gonna wander into the dining room, or as I like to call it, the gym, because it's got gym stuff in it everywhere. My house is a tip, by the way. I don't know why I'm just freely showing you. You're back to the kitchen. It's awful. It's a bomb site. It's not a bomb site, because that'd be weird, wouldn't it? But yeah, there's my photo board behind me. I like that bit. My bike shed is out through them little curtains out there, but I don't really use it. I'm hungry, but I don't have anything in. Let's have a look in here. Some milk. We've got some milk. What about all these sauces? There's literally sauces, bottles of pickles, and a jug of water. So I suppose I could eat this bag of vitamins. Yeah, that'd be good. I've got some fish fingers. Is anyone there? I don't even know if anyone's there. Oh god. What more do you need? Condiments. Yeah, that's it. Just sauces. You just put sauce on sauce, and you're done. Job's a good one. But I do actually have some fish fingers in the freezer that Sarah got yesterday, so I will eat those. But it's not even tea time. Why am I? I've only had breakfast today. I had steak and eggs while I was out and about this morning, and I've not eaten anything since. I don't think I have, or have I? I don't remember, but I am starving. I am absolutely starving. So I think I'm going to go and make those fish fingers. Definitely. So, right. So I am going to split. I think Carl's already gone. Thanks so much for popping by, Luke. I didn't know you were out and about, or if you just saw it, or if you'd seen any of the shorts, or you knew I was going to do it. I will at some point have some sort of FaceTime because you've got Mac sort of stuff, and we'll have a proper chat together, and you can help me set up that OBS thing or give me some tips. Or if you do a stream, because it sounds like you do it quite regularly, I'm going to jump on one of yours and learn from the pro how it's done. But yeah. Oh, you did. Excellent. Right. So it is worth it. Obviously, you need to, especially when you've got an audience of 3 at the best of times, you need to sort of put it out there that you are that you're doing these things. That's actually Sue that told me to do that. Actually, you need to let people know. So I will do that next time I need to, or next time I want to do one of these. But yeah, I'll drop into one of your streams and stuff. You let me know, because I am subscribed to you on, I think, all of my channels. I think I am. I'll double check that, but I'll make sure I am so I don't miss anything. And if you've got any lives coming up, drop a comment on one of my videos or something. Just sort of say, by the way, going to do a live at whenever, and I'll jump into that and pop you on my screen and catch up with you and stuff. I always like to sync up. But yeah, I am going to get going. 3 more than me. I don't think so. But yeah, so you drop a comment and stuff. And I don't know if I know you don't like the social media and stuff, but I could do with getting your number or getting your FaceTime or something so that we could have a proper, because I've known you for years, like through the video, and I think it would be nice to have a proper catch up with you and do this properly. Let's put you on the fridge. See what it looks like. Yeah. But yeah, the camera's all right on this. It does the job. But yeah, I am going to disappear now. Luke, I think Sue's probably either fallen asleep, died, or just thought I don't like this chat because it's all about tech stuff. And leave you to it. I'm going to end the stream. But thank you very much. Let me know when you've got a video coming up, or a stream rather, or both. And I will catch up with you soon. Tatty bye-bye. See you later. Goodbye.